Okay, yeah. So we'll hear the verse.
श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणममलं यद्वैष्णवानां श्रियं यस्मिन् परमहंस्यमेकममलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते तत्र ज्ञानवैराग्यभक्तिसहितं नैष्कर्म्यम् आविष्कृतं तच्छ्रवन् सुपठन् विचारणपरो भक्त्या विमुच्येन नरः. So this verse says that Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam, and this is the topmost Purana, and Vaishnavanam Priyam is very dear to the Vaishnavas. Yasmin Param Hamsyam Ekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate. So this because it describes the topmost knowledge, pure, which is pure and supreme knowledge of the Paramhamsas, the topmost devotees. And it describes Gyan, Vairagya, Bhakti, which is transcendental knowledge, renunciation, and devotion, and Nashkarmayam, and how to become free from this bondage of karma. And Takshravan, whoever very properly hears, and Supathan, he speaks, chants Bhagavatam, and Vicharanam, and understands, tries to seriously understand Bhagavatam, then that devotee, Vimuche Nara, is completely liberated.
Nice. Okay. Let me see if I remember. I have not from before. What is the tune?
Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam
Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramhamsya Yasmin Paramhamsya Ekam Amalam Jnanam Ekam Amalam Jnanam what is the last?
Param Giyate.
Param Giyate Tatra Tatra Jnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitam Tatra Jnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitam Naishkarmyam Avishkritam Naishkarmyam Avishkritam Tashrinvan Supathan Tashrinvan Supathan Vicharana Paro Bhaktya Vimuche Naraha. Okay, so the meaning is already said.
Prabhuji and Sugandhamata, will you paste that YouTube link with this tune? Today I will remember, I'll listen and remember.
Yeah, so Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam, it's the topmost spotless Puran. Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam, Yad Vaishnavanam Prem. It is most dear to Vaishnavas. Yad Vaishnavanam, in which Yasmin Paramhamsyam, in which the knowledge Paramhamsyam Ekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate. So the knowledge. Yeah, the knowledge, the supreme pure knowledge of the Paramhamsas is described. It is most dear to the Vaishnavas because in this literature, the Giyate means sung, right? I think Giyate is sung. The supreme Param Giyate.
Giyate means to sing. Giyate.
Yeah. The Ekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate. So the spotless pure knowledge of the Paramhamsas is described or sung. And this Bhagavatam Tatra Jnana Viraga. Virag is detachment, renunciation. It is Tatra Jnana Viragam Bhaktim. Naishkarmyam Avishkritam. So Naishkarmyam means shows the way how to become free from all material bondage, and it is accompanied by jnana, viraga, and bhakti with knowledge, renunciation, and devotion. And this should be heard, this should be studied, Darshin Supatan, and should be contemplated upon. And anybody who does this, bhaktya vimucchen naraha, becomes free, vimucchen, with devotion becomes free from all material bondage or becomes liberated. Okay, I had said my own translation. I have to work on this verse, but it's from before I had memorized. Okay, so anything other than that? So we will also take this other verse from. Let me share my screen. Share, share. So we took the three verses now. This one, Madeka Bandhu, Mad Sangin, Mad Guru, Man Mahadana, Man Nistaraka, Man Bhagya, Mandananda Namastute. So we recite all the verses. Sarva Shastrabdi Piyusha, Sarva Vedeka Satphala. So Bhagavatam is the nectar of all the Shastras. Sarva Shastrabdi. The ocean of the Shastras, this is the nectar from the ocean of all the Shastras. Or it is saying, it is a nectar churned from the ocean of all Vedic scriptures. Sarva Vedeka Satphala. It is the transcendental fruit of all the Vedas. Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadhya. Ratna is it's a transcendental gem of all philosophical conclusions. Sarva Lokaika Drikpada. It gives vision to all the people. Drik means the vision. Sarva Bhagavata Prana. It is the life of all the devotees, all the Vaishnavas, Bhagavata. This Bhagavata is the devotee, and this Bhagavata is the book. Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu. Srimad Bhagavatam is my master. Kali Dhvanto, Udita Aditya. So, Dhvanta is to destroy. It destroys, it is the sun that has arisen, which destroys all the ignorance of Kali Yuga. Sri Krishna Parivartita. It's like Krishna come again. Paramananda Pathaya. It gives the supreme. One who studies it, Pathan means to study. One who studies it gets the supreme bliss, and it showers the rain of love. Prema Varshya Aksharayate. Sarvada Sarvasevyaya Shri Krishnaya Namastume. So at all times, Bhagavatam should be served, studied. Shri Krishnaya Namastume. And Shri Krishnaya Namastume is your incarnation of Krishna. Then Madeka Bandhu Mat Sangin is my friend, my companion. Madeka Bandhu Mat Sangin, Mad Guru Man Mahadana. My Guru, my greatest wealth, Man Mahadana. Man Nistaraka. Nistaraka is deliverer. Mad Bhagya, my greatest fortune or my fortune. Mad Ananda Namastute. It is my source of pleasure, and I bow down to Srimad Bhagavatam. Asadu sadhu tadain. So it gives saintliness to those who are not saintly. Ati nichocha takara. Those who are very fallen, it's the deliverer of the most fallen. Hana muncha kadachin. Mam. Think Hana muncha kadachin. Never leave me Bhagavatam. Mam premna rit kantayo sfura. This mam, Hana muncha kadachin mam. I think this mam goes with this. Premna rit kantaya sfura, and always be manifest in my heart and my throat with love. Pure love of Krishna. Okay. So we can take this fourth verse and then tomorrow we'll take the fifth verse. All right. So now the devatas have prayed. Okay, the bookmark is wrong. So let's see. There's all the prayers. Which verse is this? We are
I think we want 6, 8, 20. No.
Kaustuba Jewel. I think that is we read. You're competent to give the results. You are the one who chakra. I think we didn't read all this. So I think we have to start with 31. Shrideva Uchu, yeah, the prayers of the demigods. Okay, so 6, 9, 31.
6, 9, 31 we have to memorize, right?
You can if you want, but
Okay, 6, 9.
yeah. I mean, any verse you can memorize, but this is not, I mean, these are prayers of the demigods, so you can memorize if you want. Like to welcome Kishore Kumar. Hare
Oh,
Krishna.
demigod, demigod. Okay.
Shrideva
Hare Krishna,
Uchuhu.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Shrideva Uchuhu. Namaste Yagna Viryaya. Vayase Utate Namaha. Namaste Hyasta Chakraya. Namaha Supuruhutaye. The demigod said, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are competent. You are competent to give the results of sacrifice, and you are also the time factor that destroys all such results in due course. You are the one who releases the chakra to kill the demons. O Lord, who possesses many varieties of names, we offer our respectful obeisance unto you. So we say in prayer, before we ask something, we glorify the Lord. So they are glorifying the Lord. What is their problem? Let's ask Krishna Prasad. What is the problem with the demigods? Why have they come to Narayan? Krishna Prasad, Prabhu. Why have the demigods come to Narayan?
Not sure, probably.
Okay, we'll pass on to Tina. Tina can tell us why the demigods have come to Narayan. Why are they praying?
Maybe to protect from the demons, Prabhuji. Not
And
sure.
what is the demon? Who was the demon here?
Um, don't.
What is his name?
Um. Oh, Asrasur? No,
Yeah,
I don't remember, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Vritrasur. Vritrasur.
Vritrasur. Okay, not Asrasur. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
So they have come for protection. That's why they are. What are the four components of the prayer? We discussed previously. Let's ask Manish Goel. Sometimes it is said like that. I mean, not always, but Manish
Sorry, bro.
Goel.
What was there? What is the four?
What are the four components of a prayer generally?
I don't know, Prabhu.
Okay, let's ask Madan Mohini Mataji. What are the four components of prayer? Okay, we'll ask. Okay, maybe Radhika can tell us what are the four components of the prayer.
I mean, as you said, start with glorification
Hmm.
and then like repentance, like I'm fallen, and then asking for spiritual desires, thanking the Lord, gratitude. I don't know what but I remember the salt, adding the salt and sorry, asking, listening, and thanking. But
Yeah.
the prayer starts with glorification to the Lord, and then we present ourselves as fallen jivas needing help, and then asking for Krishna to help us and glorifying Krishna. What is it exactly you can say?
Yeah, this only you said glorification, repentance, asking, and forgiveness. And gratitude. So, glorification, gratitude. There can be prayers of gratitude, there can be prayers for glorification, there can be prayers for repentance, and then prayers for asking for some spiritual benefit. And then there's, of course, we had that document on Vandanam. We can pray for others also, for others' benefit, so many things. Prayers for protection. So, but yeah, generally it starts with glorification. Most of the prayers, they first glorify the Lord. So here, the demigods are also glorifying the Lord. So you are competent to give the results of sacrifice. Yeah, Krishna, without Krishna's sanction, nothing can happen. We can keep endeavoring, but without Krishna's sanction, nothing can happen. So, like we say in Bhagavad Gita, how many factors are there in an action?
5.
5. And one of them, the last one, and the most important one, is the sanction of the Super Soul, sanction of Krishna. What are the other ones?
The place,
The place,
soul, that's us, jiva,
the endeavor,
endeavor, and senses, the
the
body.
senses, the body.
Actually, it's
This
3.
is,
Like there is immediate cause, there is an instrumental cause, and there is the ultimate cause. Immediate cause is the jiva, desiring things. Instrumental cause is the material nature, and then ultimate cause is Krishna.
Is there any prayer, Prabhuji, in Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita that before any good action we can pray to Lord, first glorifying Him, of course.
glorifying. You can glorify in your whatever.
I
There are
mean,
all these
I do
prayers.
that Brahma's
This
that prayer.
any prayer you can use.
Ishvara
You can
Parama
use.
Krishna.
You can
That
use that. You can use any demigod's prayers. Any prayers. All these are.
Even Hare Krishna mantra is a prayer.
Yeah, you can just say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas. Yeah, and
there
then
is a
Hare Krishna.
prayer, I forgot that link, like Bhoga offering prayer, Tadiyam Bastu Govindam Tuppamevo Samarpayami, and then rest is there, but I lost that link. That with this food, give me energy, give me
So in ISKCON,
opportunity.
the prayer recommended is Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gauratush and Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya. We have these prayers. Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo. We chant all these mantras 3 times.
Can you please paste this that first mantra here? I will write down in my notebook.
There is a
Yeah, I'll paste it.
Prabhuji, we have to first pray the Guru Maharaj and then
yeah,
Prabhupada,
your Guru mantra, then Prabhupada
Prabhupada's mantra,
mantra,
and then the one which you told.
then yeah, Brahmana Devaya Namo Mahavadanyaya. Then
This
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Then Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. All these are to be chanted 3 times, bowing down, ringing a bell, and of course everything with devotion. So that is how you offer. That's the recommended.
This mantra, Prema Maharaj, in one of his video, he asked that every time we offer bhoga, he said that, tell that Tadiyambastu Govindam Tupameva Samarpayami. And then rest is there, but I lost that link, that with this prasadam, give me energy, give me good wishes, all those things there.
before eating that we have this Mahaprasade Govinde, which says something similar that please accept this. So what is it? Sharira Vidya Jal.
Yeah, of all the senses, the net body is a network of
Jalindriya
nine senses and
Karikar.
जिह्वे
leading us
पहले
to death.
विषया सागरे.
Of all the senses, the tongue is the most voracious and difficult to control. But you are so kind, Krishna, that you have kindly given us this prasadam. So let us eat this prasadam to our great satisfaction. And remember Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, like that. So, yeah, we are fallen into this ocean of material existence. Jive fele vishay shadare. Tar madhya jivayati. So, and then one, that Mahaprasade Govinde means that one who has little piety, little sukruti, will not have faith in the Mahaprasad of Govinda, in the holy name of Krishna, in the devotees of the Lord. So, that is the prayer. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, what was your last question? 5 actions. Mataji answered the immediate cause. Can you please repeat, Prabhuji? I
Yeah,
didn't
so
get it.
this
I
is,
can't write.
yeah, I was asking what are the five factors in an action? And in 1814 in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about this. There are 5 factors in an action. So let's look at the verse here. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha prithak vidam vividascha prithak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. Panchamam means this. Daivam means the super soul, the divine Lord. The places of action, the place of action, the performer, the various senses, the many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. These are 5 factors of action. So, what Radhika was saying that there is the remote cause, there's immediate cause, and the
Instrumental.
ultimate cause or instrumental cause. Yeah. So, material nature, the soul, and the Lord. They are the, you can take it like that also, that our endeavor, so any action you do, it is your endeavor, your past karma, and the sanction of the super soul that will determine the result, right? I may do an action, but if my past karma, of course Lord can override. Even if you don't have past karma, you can get, ultimately it's the sanction of the super soul. But I may be working very very hard, but my past karma is not there, then I will not. So past karma gives you a body, and your senses also, where you will be on all this. Your senses and body is dependent on your past karma. And how you are doing now in the present, how much, what kind of action you are doing, what is your effort, and then Krishna's sanction has to be there ultimately to determine if you get the result or not. So, like the nice example is given that a farmer may plow the field and sow the seeds, but if there is no rain, then there will be no fruit. But if there is rain and he has not made an effort to plow the field and sow the seeds, then also there will be no crop. I mean, there will be no crop. So, and after you sow the seeds and plow the field, or you plow the field and sow the seeds, there is Devam. Devam is the rain. So you have to make your effort, but the rain will come or not is not dependent on you. It is dependent on the Supreme Lord. So all these things have to, and then Kala, of course, it says Kala, then it gives Phala. So sometimes our effort, Krishna's desire, and time plus time is equal to Phala. So Devam plus Karma for action plus Kala is equal to Phala. So it gives us the fruit. So like that. So ultimately we say Krishna's mercy. Because he can change also your past karma. Even if you are not, like in Yashoda's binding, she was making all the effort, but Krishna was not getting bound. But seeing her effort, Krishna became merciful. So whatever is in our hands is our only effort. Then when Krishna wants, if he sees that we are doing very, we are making a determined effort, then Krishna will give mercy. Or he can give without also. Is Swarat. He can do anything. But our effort. So these are the things. So you are also the time factor that destroys all results in such due course. So Krishna also destroys everything as Kal. You are the one who releases a chakra to kill the demons. O Lord, who possesses many varieties of names. Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. We offer respectful obeisances unto you. So Krishna is all powerful. Then next verse. Yatte gatinam tishrinam isitu paramam padam narvachino visargasya dhatar veditum arhati. O Supreme Controller, you control the three destinations. So all these are glorification verses. Promotion to heavenly planets, birth as a human being, and condemnation in hell. Yet your supreme abode is Vaikuntha Dham. Since we appeared after you created this cosmic manifestation, your activities are impossible for us to understand. We therefore have nothing to offer you but our humble obeisances. So we cannot know Krishna's greatness, but we can always, Prabhupada says in another purport, Krishna's greatness is so infinite, we cannot understand, but we can always bow down. So they are saying, we cannot give you anything, we can just only offer our respects to you. You are beyond our comprehension. Okay. And that person who is beyond, he says to gopis, I cannot, he becomes helpless before the gopis and says, no, I cannot repay you. You have to be satisfied with your own. Like, so the one who has everything and he becomes bound by this Britya Vashyata, right? So that is all Damodar Lila is all about Britya Vashyata. Is bound by the love of his devotee. Okay, so here demigods are saying we just offer respects to you. An inexperienced man generally does not know what to beg from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what we should ask for, we don't know. Inexperienced, not devotees, but I'm just saying. Generally, people don't know what to ask. Everyone is under the jurisdiction of the created material world, and no one knows what benediction to ask when praying to the Supreme Lord. So let us ask Raga Sindhu Prabhu, what is the right benediction to ask when you approach the Supreme Lord? What is the ideal thing to ask?
Make me sincere in my devotional service.
Make me sincere, man. It's good. Yes. Okay. Anybody else like to? What should we ask when we approach the Supreme Lord? Make me sincere. Make me pure.
Take us to Golok Vrindavan.
Take us back home, back to
Yeah.
Vrindavan.
My
Engage me in your devotional service.
my prayer is that every morning I can sincerely chant your name. So my mind is fixed onto you.
Give me some more money. Is that good prayer to ask or not?
That Dhruva Maharaj says is like broken piece of glass. Or a person coming in front of a king and asking for a few pinches of ash. Anything material that we ask to Krishna.
Yeah. So Krishna says 4 types of people come to me in distress, in need of money. Yeah. So there is some material need. Still, Bhagavatam says you go to the Lord and ask, but that is not the highest thing to ask. Highest thing is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagdish kamay, mama janmani janmani ishware bhavatat bhakti rahitu kitvai." I don't want anything. I just want to be engaged in your service. This is the highest prayer. And I don't want liberation, nothing. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishware. Just give me your service. That's all. And this nine, somebody said chanting. Yeah, so this nine process of devotion. I don't want wealth. I don't want beautiful women. I don't want anything. I just want your service. That's a pure devotee prayer. Of course, in the next verse he says, please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. So, yeah, but that is also either you do service here or you do service in the spiritual world. That is why Prabhupada said that one sadhu came and he blessed the devotee. You die or you live, it doesn't matter. Because you are doing devotional service here. When you die, you'll go back to the spiritual world. There also you will do service. So it doesn't matter. Service is service, wherever you do it. Jivova Marova.
Like Prabhupada says, you can place me into hell as long as you remind me to chant Hare Krishna mantra.
So for a devotee, it doesn't. Api tulyartha darshina. It is all same. Whether you go here or there, if I have the opportunity to serve Krishna, like Prabhupada said, in one letter he wrote, he said, no matter where you go, make sure that you follow the morning program, you chant Hare Krishna, whether you are in India or Africa or wherever, just follow the principles of devotional service and engage in devotional service. So, like that. Of course, we like to be in the association of devotees so that we can get inspiration. That's why generally people go to places where there are temples and devotees and like that, where there is a nice environment to do devotional service, because we need inspiration and we need joy. So when we serve in the association of devotees, and then we get joy, and that's the right way to find joy. Yeah. So people generally pray to be promoted to heavenly planets because they have no information of Vaikuntha Lok. Srila Madhvacharya quotes the following verse. Of course, nowadays nobody thinks about heavenly planets also. They think it's mythology, that, oh, Swarga Lok, who knows whether it exists or not. In this world only I want to be happy. Let me give me all the Swarga Lok here in this world. So, Deva Lokat Pitra Lokat Nirayach Chapi Yat Param Tishrabhya Paramam Sthanam Vaishnavam Vidusam Katihi. There are different planetary systems known as Devalok, the planet of demigods, Pitralok, the planet of the Pitas, and Niraya, the hellish planets. When one transcends these various planetary systems and enters Vaikuntha Lok, he achieves the ultimate resort of the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas have nothing to do with the other planetary systems. So they are not interested. Although demigods are coming and saying, please, restore our kingdom back, like that. But Vaishnavas, when Prabhupada says Vaishnavas have nothing to do with anything else other than Krishna. That's pure Vaishnava. Demigods are also Vaishnavas, but they are mixed Vaishnavas. So that's how Prabhupada says. So, okay.
The reason is that heavenly planets may be enjoyable, but they are temporary. What does Bhagavad Gita say? They drop down. What is that?
Shine
Shine
Punya
Punya Mrita Lokam Vishanti. So, devotee is not interested in anything temporary. They want eternal happiness.
Let's ask Sham Karuna Mataji. What is the verse which Krishna says, from the topmost planet Brahmalok down to the lowest, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death takes place? Sham Karuna Mataji.
Starting Prabhuji.
Ah Brahma.
Brahma Bhuvana Loke. No, Prabhuji, I've forgotten.
Yeah. What is the next line?
Brahma Bhuvana Punar Avartino Arjuna Mama Petya Tu Kamte Punar Janmana Vidyate.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I've forgotten.
Verse number, Mata?
This is in the 8th chapter, 8:16.
60.
Yeah, from the topmost planet, Abrahma Bhunaloka, to down to the lowest planet, the way it is translated. Punaravartino Arjuna. So it is, you keep coming back. Punar means again and again in the cycle of repeated birth and death. Everywhere birth and death takes place. But those who come to my abode will not. So you don't want to, even you go to heavenly planets, there also you have to die. See, we have to always remember that whole thing is temporary. Then you will be wanting to go to permanent place. So, asatoma sadgamaya. So this whole material world, whether you are here or in heavenly planets or in the Brahmalok, it's all temporary situation. And everybody, we'll all die. That's the biggest thing, right? Too. It's like a shock. Oh, I'm going to die. Means everything that I'm attached to and everything around me is going to end at certain point. And when, we don't know. But it's all going to be over. So when we have that, what will happen? Then we will think, why am I investing in so much in this temporary thing, right? If it's going to end at some point, we don't know when, then why am I so much like my consciousness is in this? So then we say, okay, let's do something which I can take with me. And that's how we will find time for the things that we can take, like chanting, all these surveys and all these things, hearing Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavatam. But when we are too much invested in this world and making our situation very comfortable, then we say, I have no time. But because we are not keeping death in front, because we are not realizing that this is all temporary and it will be finished at any moment. So like that we have to convince. Of course, I'm telling this to myself also, right? So we have to remember this, that it will all end in a second. As soon as I am out of the body, I have no connection with anything. So, of course, I need to be in a comfortable situation, but after a certain level of comfort and everything, you don't try to keep improving. There's no end to this, right? You can keep like making it better. And there is no end to it. And another way, the Shastra says, according to your karma, whatever you are going to get, your standard of material happiness, you are going to get. So even if you don't work very hard like that, whatever your standard of life you are going to get. But invest your time in something you did not get, going through so many species of life. So in this way, all other things we have done again and again, and like what is that verse? Matirna Krishna,
Paradasatova
Sato
vipadite grahavatan adanta gobi vishitanta mishra puna puna charvita charvananam.
Again and again, we are doing the same thing, chewing the chewed, right? It's not the first time we are doing this, trying to find a job and trying to build a house and trying to get nice thing for our children and everything. This we have done. Of course, it can be done in a Krishna conscious way. So that's the difference. But yeah, but all these things we have done multiple times, millions of times. So try something different. Think out of the box. Try something different in this life. Life is going to end also very soon. So not too many years left. So
Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Yaha samsare bahu dushtare kripya pare pahi murare.
so become serious, right? Ultimately, we have to say like, because our mind like makes us casual, right? That's the thing. Our mind takes it very lightly, but become serious means not that you become serious about the opportunity we have gotten, because it's not going to last. So this human form of life, Prabhupada always says, very, you have gotten this after millions and millions of years of transmigration. I see at my my backyard, I see so many cats, so many squirrels, so many birds come like that. So when you look at them, you say, oh, this living entity, how it ended up in the sparrow body. Krishna knows how. So I was in a sparrow body like this, like a cat body, looking for food. Where is food? Where I'm. But now Krishna has given me situation where I am not have to look for food, and made my situation comfortable so that I can chant Hare Krishna. I can remember Krishna. So
So I was looking at this picture of Gajendra in the morning. I pasted the verse also. It's one of my lectures I was presenting how the crocodile came so suddenly. Gajendra was in a very nice situation. He was the king of the forest with his wives and children. He was strolling about, nicely enjoying with them, splashing water on them. And suddenly this crocodile comes
unexpected.
unexpectedly. And the family members try to help him, but they are not able to help him. So they leave him after some time. So that's what I mean. Our situation can be very nice right now, but any moment things can change because this material world is a dangerous place. There is danger at every step. Padam padam yadvipadam. So that's why this verse I quoted, Ahoratra chidyamanam buddhavayur bhayaveputam mukta sangha param buddhva niriha upashamyati. Knowing that one's duration of life is being cut down by the passing of days and night, one should be shaken up by fear. I don't have much time left. In this way, one should give up all material attachments and desires, and then
Hare
one will
Krishna,
understand the
Hare
Supreme Lord
Krishna, Krishna Hare
and achieve perfect.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare.
Yeah. So also that crocodile is like sometimes things don't happen suddenly. Also something may not happen, but how crocodile is moving slowly, and it
Mm.
it it takes the whole thing, the whole prey that it has caught in its mouth. It swallows it little by little by little, goes little bit ahead, little bit ahead, little bit ahead. So
Time.
time is like moving, and imperceptibly it may not have some like drastic things happen in our life, but slowly and gradually we are approaching old age, and imperceptibly we are being consumed by this. So and days are going, and we don't even realize how time is going. So and how that's why if you look at your picture from 10 years ago, oh, I used to look so young. Oh, now I'm so not looking so like, and 10 years back, even more. That was my picture.
Mhm. And we try to hide our age by using cosmetics or dyeing our hair, and we don't want to look old, but we are getting old.
Yeah, so
Uh,
we can make
Prabhuji,
up our
Prabhuji,
life.
is
Yes.
Gajendra's destiny as Gajendra was destined in his previous birth as King Intradumna?
Hmm?
He was in past life King Intradumna, right, Gajendra?
Yeah, he was,
So
yes.
it was it destined that he will take birth as elephant and
Maybe it is the Lord's will, destiny, whatever you call it, but he was a devotee, so he got it kind of expedited also his going back home, back to God. It say like that also,
Mhm.
that maybe he became into a desperate situation, and then he just.
Yeah, bhakti is done is never lost. So he was doing devotion as King Indradumna, but was cursed by Agastya Muni, right? Still.
Like Parikshit Maharaj also, right? He was a devotee. He's a devotee, but he that incident happened. They say by the will of the Lord for great devotees, like the Lord controls, and because of that he intensified his absorption, and he went back home, back to God, and the Bhagavatam could be spoken. So it can be.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter whether it's destiny. Destiny is also controlled by the Lord also. So ultimately, everything is happening by the will of the Lord.
So then the question rises, why Gajendra as an elephant? He was not a devotee before, but when coming in the distressful situation, attacked by the crocodile. That's when he remembered his past life and devotion that he had done. But previously, he seemed like a proud elephant, enjoying bound in his normal way.
Yeah, sometimes it takes some jolting, and suddenly in that distress, like many devotees, like they come, there is distress created in life, and that's when the remembrance of the Supreme Lord is triggered. But it is from his past life. He remembered a mantra he chanted in his previous life. So maybe Krishna is doing like that so that they can understand the nature of this material world, so they don't become attached. So they were enjoying. Gajendra realized he was enjoying, but it all fell apart. So now his faith in the Lord would be even more stronger. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
speculating.
he realized that nobody can help me except for you, Krishna, not my wife, children, relative. Nobody can help me, and that is where the surrender starts. In my time of distress, nobody can help me. Only Krishna is my eternal companion. So I recently memorized this verse because a devotee was quoting. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. So we can recite, Krishna, you are my mother, you are my father, you are my bandhu relative. Sakha, you are my friend. Tvameva Vidya, you are my education. Dravinam Tvameva, you are my wealth. Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva, you are my everything.
The famous verse. Yeah. So, where is this verse from? Is it some Upanishad or something?
I don't know, where is this from?
I think this was composed by Shivananda Saraswati.
Okay, so yeah, so that is how the remembrance. I mean, one is that you don't have to, if Gajendra was already a devotee from the beginning, then he would still, devotees get into dangerous situations. So if you learn by hearing, that's the best way. Then you can avoid so much of the trouble. But sometimes our material desires are there. There is, and because of that, we have to experience a situation. But the Lord is there, so He will make us realize. But we have to go through some difficulty. And sometimes it is said even the Pandavas, who were constant associates of the Lord, they also went through difficulty. Bhishma Dev is saying, "Arey, how is this possible? Krishna was with them, but they went through so much difficulty, so many different material situations. Who can understand this? Oh, it's the will of providence," something like that. In the prayer, he says, Bhishma Dev. So it may not be smooth sailing, even if you become a devotee, but because Krishna is there, we'll overcome the obstacles. Machita sarva durgani. Or Krishna can remove the obstacles, or he can remove the material desires that cause the obstacles. So if material desires are gone, then finished. Then that's no more obstacle. All the obstacles is all our material desire is the obstacles. That's why Prahlad Maharaj prays, "Oh Narsinga Dev, please remove all these material desires." Material desires means desires for sense gratification in this way or that way, whichever way it is, subtle or gross. So, oh, please remove all these material desires from the core of my heart. So that is a prayer also we can pray when we go to the Lord. Please remove all these material desires which are causing me to take material body one after another and giving me a lot of difficulty. So you take away all these desires. And Krishna can do it. I cannot give it up on my own because they are very deep rooted. So sometimes you have to go through the experience and then you say, no, no, I don't want it. I went through it, I don't want it. So, but better is to, before going through traumatic experience, you learn, no, no, this is bad. You don't do it. That's very intelligent. But generally it doesn't happen like that. We are going through the thing and then we learn. But you can save yourself a lot of trauma if you, like this verse is there. I mean, Prahlad Maharaj's verse. Yanmethunadi grihamedi sukhamitucham kandu yanena karayoriva dukkha dukkham kanduti, what is that? Kandutivan manasijan
विषहेत
vishaheti
धीरा.
adhira. No.
Oh, yeah. Kanduti, no, Kripayanti neha kripana bahu
Kripana
dukkha
bahudukha.
bhaja. Kandutivan manisijam vishaheta dhira.
Yeah, he says if you give up material desire, you save yourself so much trouble. Like that. So that is the thing. But it's sometimes we have to go through it because material desire is very strong. So we have to okay. So then we learn. But Krishna is kind, so however he makes us learn. O Supreme
Prabhu,
Person.
sorry. Prabhu,
Go ahead.
generally animal body cannot go directly back to Godhead. But because Gajendra, they were pure devotees earlier life, so they could go back. Shivananda sense dog also went back.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Prabhu? Because
Yes.
directly a animal body can.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what Prahlad Maharaj says in that verse. Manne dhana bhijana. Rupa tapa shruta ojas teja prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yoga. Naradhana hi bhavanti parasya pumshu bhaktya tutosho bhagwan gaja yuddhapaya. All these material qualifications cannot please Krishna. Beauty, austerity, education, intelligence, diligence, expertise of any kind. But only bhakti can. Gajendra did this and Krishna was satisfied. Also, another verse is there. Where was Kubja's beauty? Right? Where was Gajendra's intelligence? So, actually, it does not matter. Where was Dhruva's maturity, Sudama's wealth, Vidura's noble birth? There also Gajendra is mentioned.
And they're called
But
Jati Smara.
Gajendra,
Jatis.
that
Ja-
last how many days I don't remember, but he's because of his past as king was a devotee, sincere. He went back
Mhm.
because of he could remember the mantras, right?
Yeah,
Jati Smara.
yeah.
Yeah, not as King Gajendra. He didn't do that much devotion, but of his past life, utter devotion,
Mhm.
and he
There,
remembered the
there are real life example of Guru Vayur temple also. There was some elephant, right?
Keshavan.
Yeah,
Keshavan.
who was doing so much service and the way that he passed away from his body. So even in animal bodies, they do service to Krishna. They can be delivered.
Then
Yeah,
what did
because the soul.
Shivananda's dog did? What did what
He
did
he
that
had
dog do?
father from the from he had association of
Chaitanya
devotees.
Mahaprabhu.
He was hearing Hare Krishna mantra, and then from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's hand he was eating the coconut or something. Yeah.
Yeah, coconut.
And here he was chanting also. Everybody saw him chanting, right? Hare
Oh, I
Krishna.
didn't know
But he
this.
got the mercy of Shivananda Sen.
Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even in the Jharikhanda forest, he was asking animals to chant and they were chanting. So this dog also was chanting Hare Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling him to chant.
And all this because of Shivananda Sen. I mean,
Compassion.
he was, yeah, compassion. So that he allowed the dog to be in the party. And maybe he got some, yeah. So, so many combination of many things. Devotees' mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's remnants
his
that
past
still,
karma. We don't know.
yeah, we don't know all that. Sometimes it is causeless mercy. So it is nothing to do with your past. Because the devotee wants you to be delivered, you are delivered.
Kripa
So,
Siddhas. Those are Kripa Siddhas.
causeless mercy. Like Narad Muni would deliver this Mrigari, right? What qualification Mrigari had, right? That he would get delivered, right? He was doing all the
Same
thing.
as
But
Thakur
Narad,
Ratnakar. Same. Narad Muni turned into Valmiki.
and we may also think of ourselves as like that because what we did that Prabhupada says, yeah, what? No, it is my mercy. Right? You are chanting the holy name. It's my mercy. Some devotee said, yeah, oh, that verse is there. Oh, bato so pacho to gariyan yad jivagre vartate namatopyam.
Te puste puste juvu
Such
sashnuraryan brahmanachur
nama grinanti.
namkaran.
Yeah, that, oh, the one who has chanted the holy name must have done all the, taken bath in the holy places, studied the Vedas and so forth. But so Prabhupada, did we do like this? No, no. Prabhupada says, no, no, you nothing. You had it is my mercy that you are doing. So we don't know. Of course, it may be like past. Sometimes it's causeless mercy, but whatever it is, we don't have to analyze the past. It doesn't matter now. Now we are chanting Hare Krishna. That's the most important thing. Past is past. We cannot change. Forget the past that sleeps. Future dream never at all. Live in times with thee, and progress thee shall call. Bhaktivinoda
Mm,
Thakur says that what we have
exactly.
right now is the present.
Yeah, exactly.
Past is not, we don't know what is the past. We cannot
There,
change
a
it.
video, I think somebody forwarded one video that Ram Vedantic Society is part of Ramakrishna Mission. They do bhajan in the evening, and one peacock regularly comes and sits, not for food, just to listen. So devotee comes in what form we do not know.
Yes. Yeah, many animals come and listen, and like Keshavan, that elephant in Guruvayur temple also. Okay, so
Prabhu,
okay.
1 minute. Prabhu, Narad Muni has saved many souls. So Narad Muni as Srivasthakur in this Kali Yuga, what is his function, Prabhu? Narad Muni has saved so many souls. We have read in Bhagavatam. But as Srivasthakur, what was his role, Prabhu? What is his role?
So Srivas Thakur, that that brahmachari, right? He was
In the
he was
Srivasa Angan, they had all
yeah,
night kirtans. Yeah.
yeah, all night
Yeah,
kirtan.
that is one example. Okay. And
So Srivas Thakur must be also preaching, right? He was preaching. He was grihastha, but through his, like Narad Muni was preaching, Srivas Thakur must be also preaching Krishna consciousness. We have to study the biography of Srivas Thakur, and then we will know what his activities were exactly. Of course, we know Srivas Angan, he was doing anything else he was doing, but that is a big thing, right? He was allowing
He was not
people,
working also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would ask him, how do
yeah,
you want to maintain your family? And he clapped his hand 3 times.
yeah, yeah, and he said, if food does not come to me, if I clap and if there is no food, then I will take a stone and drown myself in the Ganga. Tired stone around my neck. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, 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 don't do, never say like that. Even if Lakshmi has to live in poverty, but there will never be poverty in your house. Why? Because is Srivas, is the devotee of the Lord. Wherever Narayan is there, Lakshmi is there. So,
Did it happen exactly, Prabhuji? That he never was in poverty?
yeah, he was.
Later he moved to Panihati, right? Alishar Panihati.
I think they were all traveling to Jagannath Puri for the Gundicha.
Yeah, no, after I think Srivas Pandit's family, Acharya's family moved to Halishahara Panihati. They were not in Navadvip at all.
We can read about all the devotees who used
no,
to go
Prabhu,
there.
I do understand about Srivas Thakur, but my point was Narad Muni saved so many souls. So many souls. But he is the same Narad Muni who came as Srivas Thakur. One example
See,
Mataji gave, that was the Brahmana, a brahmachari. I wanted to know about this, Prabhu, because he is also Narad Muni, isn't it? And we are in
so
this Kali Yuga.
he may also be doing Sankirtan. Was he not doing Sankirtan, going around and like Narad Muni does
Yeah,
Sankirtan?
preaching. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
preaching, Prabhu. Saving
So
the souls, I'm asking.
so
Any
if he's
examples?
chanting, then anybody who's chanting, hearing from the pure devotee, they're getting saved. But you want to know exactly like Mrigari and who all got saved by the
Yeah, so many
Srivas
souls.
Thakur.
Dhruva
Who?
Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, so many,
Yeah.
Prabhu. Nigari,
Yeah. So who are the
Ratnakar.
names?
Balmiki Ratnakar is the greatest example.
Yeah. So what are the names of the souls that were saved by Srivas Thakur? I mean, he was doing all this preaching and organizing Sankirtan. He must have been gone. He must have gone on Sankirtan many times. Like we have the Panchatattva, right? They are doing Sankirtan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with all the five Shivas and Advaita Acharya, and they are doing Sankirtan through the streets of Navadvip. So, but specifically, who did he like encounter and save? That's we don't.
I think those details are not mentioned.
But though anybody who heard Srivas Thakur, they must have got love of God.
Yeah.
His pure devotee.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, and then we also have that instance of his son who died while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing kirtan. He was so elevated that he didn't want to stop Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his ecstasy. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and raised his dead son.
Mataji, there's another story that Srivas Thakur's helper, Dukhi
Yeah.
was also working.
Yeah, the Mahaprakash Leela also happened in Srivas Thakur's house. And Lord showed his Narsingha form also, right? When Srivas Thakur was fearful that he was hearing other people will throw his house into the river because they were envious, so we are not allowed entrance into. So he was fearful, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and showed his Narsingha form that don't be fearful.
who did he save? Yeah, we can see, but I don't know if there is already mention. But he must have saved so many people by the Sankirtan. His mother-in-law was there, right?
Yeah, mother-in-law also same thing. She was hiding and trying to sing that kirtans. So he pulled her by the hair and threw her out.
That's a little bit more difficult.
Because she was a hindrance in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstasy. Because Lord said, I'm not feeling ecstasy today. Is there somebody here that should not be?
So
Imagine
mother-in-law also
Sundays.
got relief. It means she was also saved, Mataji. You said he pulled her out.
He pulled her out and threw her out of the house.
House, yeah. So that's not saving, no?
No, that's too much.
Next time when I lead Kirtan, I will say I'm not feeling ecstasy. Who is there? And we pull some devotees out from the Sunday feast Kirtan. But of course, this is Mahaprabhu's pastime. So
This is the same as Ras Leela was happening and Lord Shiva had entered as a gopi. And Krishna was, all the gopis were thinking, we're not feeling ecstasy today. Is there some gopi here that should not be? And then they figured out this new gopi had come. Gopishwar Mahadev pastime, right?
yes, yeah. So I mean, it maybe there is. What do we learn from this Leela? I don't know. From this Srivas Thakur's, maybe there is some lesson.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Unqualified people.
the nightly kirtans where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is exhibiting his confidential bhav should not, it's not open to everybody. Like we should not reveal the confidential things of the scriptures and talk about Ras Leela with anybody and everybody because they're not qualified. They will put an hindrance in the mood of others who want to reach to that level. Right? So based on the audience, the topics are selected. It's Ras Leela, right? The all night kirtans is Ras Leela Sthali, Srivas Thakur's house.
Mataji, you were saying the example of the brahmachari who was also hiding, right? He was also hiding.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
mother-in-law also was hiding.
yeah, but there was a difference that brahmachari was austere brahmachari, but he was proud of his austerity. And he was thinking that by my austerity, I can get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very angry because he understood the mind of the brahmachari. Okay, and then he told him it's not by austerity and just drinking milk that you can get me.
Yes.
And he was feeling repentant in his heart and he became humble in his heart ki that is true what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. As he was leaving, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood his mind, his humility, and then he says, now you are qualified. Now you can stay. When somebody is humble and stands that I am not qualified, but Mahaprabhu is still giving me mercy. He thought that, oh, still Mahaprabhu allowed me to see this kirtan for some time, so how merciful he is. I am not qualified at all to be in this party.
So I think humility, because
Mhm.
of the humility, Mahaprabhu changed his mind. Even with Mukunda, he said, I will not give him mercy for 10 million births.
Mhm.
And Mukunda
Started
started
jumping with
dancing
joy.
joy. And oh, after 10 million births, I will get the mercy. I'll get the mercy. And then,
Mhm. It,
so, yeah.
Dukhi's pastime, how she was wanting to serve other devotees in the background, not trying to get any, center, save, मतलब, very, मतलब, क्या बोलते हैं उसको,
Limelight.
limelight service, yeah. Just on the background, I just want to please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and please the devotees and so on. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's eyes first went to Dukhi because of her service attitude and humility.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll continue. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Narayan, O Vasudev, original person. I think it's 1 hour already, so we can stop here and see. So, let's see. Janish is not Janish. So, Radhika, Janish, who else? Preeti is not there.
Yes,
Radhika,
Prabhuji.
Janish, Charuta. Anybody like to sing a song or share anything?
No, I have not prepared anything. Prabhuji.
Maybe Radhika want to share.
I can. I'm pasting. Yeah, I had not sung this before, so I had looked at it.
Yeah, this one we have to sing today. Okay.
Yeah. So they asked for this song specifically?
They want to sing Hindi,
Specifically this song.
not this song. But one. I mean, Ravi Soni was saying we are going today to somebody's place who there is some death. So he said, "Well, sing one Hindi song." So
How
you
did
can sing
this particular song came up?
because this is Hindi, right?
No, but you suggested it or they?
I suggested
Okay.
because
Okay. Yeah, I've not sung this before, but I looked at it and I understood the tune. It's a nice song. कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी बापैया है, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। राधा जिनकी जाया है, अद्भुत जिनकी माया है, ऐसे श्री घनश्याम को बारंबार प्रणाम है। लूट लूट दधि माखन खायो, ग्वाल बाल संग धेनु चरायो, ऐसे लीला धाम को बारंबार प्रणाम है। द्रुपद सुता को लाज बचायो, ग्रह से गज को फंद छुरायो, ऐसी कृपा धाम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कुरु पांडव को युद्ध मचायो, अर्जुन को उपदेश सुनायो, ऐसे दीनानाथ को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है, कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है. Translation: He whose name is Krishna and whose abode is Gokul, unto such a supreme personality of Godhead I offer my most humble obeisances again and again. He whose mother is Yashoda and whose father is Nandaji, unto such a cowherd boy named Gopal I offer my most humble obeisances again and again. He whose beloved is Radha and whose illusory energy Maya is very amazing. Unto he whose splendorous complexion is that of the color of the fresh rain cloud, I offer my most humble obeisances again and again. He who sneaks around to steal yogurt and butter, then hides to eat it, and who tends the cows in the company of his cowherd boyfriends. Unto he who is a reservoir of playful pastimes, I offer my most humble obeisances again and again. He who prevented the dishonoring of the daughter of King Drupad, and who delivered the elephant Gajendra from the grasp of the alligator, unto he who is the abode of all compassion, I offer my most humble obeisances again and again. He who caused the great war between the Kurus and the Pandavas, and who spoke divine instructions to Arjuna on the battlefield, unto he who is the Lord of all helpless fallen souls, I offer my most humble obeisances again and again. Yeah, so humble obeisances, what does obeisances mean? I mean, I can bow down in front of Krishna. Yeah, that is good. But what does that mean to actually bow down and offer obeisances to Krishna? Namaha, right? Not me, it's you. Your desire should prevail. Karishya vachanam tava. I am your servant. I will follow your instructions. Krishna. Anukulasa sankalpa pratikulasa varjanam. I'll give up everything that is not favorable for you, your service. I will do everything that is pleasing to you. I will always regard you as my protector, my maintainer. I will be very humble and meek and offer you my body, mind, and words at every moment. So that it really means offering obeisances. And so Krishna performs loving pastimes in Vrindavan with his friends and the cows and Srimati Radharani, his mother Yashoda and father, and all to tell us that we are missing out on these beautiful pastimes in the spiritual world. Please join me in my pastimes. So Krishna presents an advertisement of his Gokul Vrindavan Dham by coming to the material world for our benefit and to attract us back to his Dham. That is only his, that is really what he wants. And he wants to reciprocate with his devotees. That's how he gets pleasure. And he protected Draupadi from being disrobed, because Draupadi is a surrendered soul. So Krishna always protects the surrendered souls, and same as Gajendra. As we were discussing, all because he's full of compassion for the jivas. For all jivas, he has compassion. What is that? We say bhuri. The three things: ala alaya, bhuri karunaya. What are the three things, right? In Gajendra's pastime.
Yeah, Bhuri. There is one word. I forgot.
Yeah, so let's see.
He's omniscient. He knows everything. I think.
Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Alalaya. He can give us, he's above all karma. He's Swarat, he can destroy our karma. He's liberated and he can give us liberation. And Bhuri Karunaya, he's full of compassion. And Alalaya, he's omniscient. So, like Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasan Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Suridam Sarva Bhutanam. So what can give us peace? Knowing that Krishna is a supreme controller, he's a supreme proprietor, he's a supreme enjoyer. Everything is meant for his enjoyment, and he's my best friend. The greatest quality of Krishna is his compassion in his heart that he has for his devotees. So that makes one surrendered, like, right? So you want to surrender yourself to somebody you have faith in, that this person, I surrender to him because I have full faith that he has my best interest in mind. He's a wonderful master. We were discussing in our Bhagavad Gita class recently that we generally have bad masters here in this material world, but Krishna is the best master because glorious is that master who never leaves his servant, who never abandons his servant, right? So there is that Chaitanya Charitamrita verse. Glorious is that devotee who does not give up the shelter of his master, and glorious is that master who does not abandon his servant. Even if the servant falls down and goes somewhere else, glorious is that master who runs after him and captures him by the hair and brings him back. And this is Krishna. So many times we have fallen down in this material world and offended Krishna, want to turn away from Krishna, don't want to see Krishna. But glorious is Krishna who comes after us. He sends devotees in our life and he wants to pull us back again and again. He tries and never gives up on his servants. So that is the most wonderful quality of Krishna. He will never give up on us, ever willing, ever waiting, and ever working to bring us back to him so we can eternally enjoy with him. So, and he's a Lord of all helpless fallen souls. So, Dine Radhik Daya Kare Bhagwan. What is it? Janmaeshwar Shruta Shubhi Edaman Madam Nivarte Budhat Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Akinchana. He's a friend of those who are akinchana, who don't think themselves as proprietors of anything. I don't own anything, right? Everything belongs to Krishna. Who are not proud of anything that they have, their wealth, their beauty, their knowledge. Those people are akinchana, and Krishna is Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. You can add something.
Yeah,
Base to
like we
pray.
were saying that some people have what, like Bhuri Karunaya, Alalaya, and Muktaya,
Muktaya.
right?
Yeah.
So some people have compassion, but they don't have the power to help, right? Because so they are not Muktaya. So they have they are Bhuri Karunaya, but they don't have that ability. Like I am compassionate, I want to help somebody, but I don't have the means to help. I don't have the power to change your karma. If somebody is suffering from some disease, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu changed Vasudev's karma. Or you can, I mean, he's a pure devotee, so we don't say karma, but Vasudev leper was made, his body transformed into, like, all leprosy was gone when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has compassion and he has also the ability. So and he knows also because Vasudev had come there and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had left. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu realized, oh no, he knew that, oh, my devotee has come to see me. So he came back. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is omniscient, he has compassion, and he is also able to. And same with Nityananda Prabhu, who is, we say, is even more compassionate than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Kala Krishna Das was rejected, then Nityananda Prabhu accepted, and all the devotees there engaged him in service of informing the devotees in Navadvip. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has returned from South India tour, right? And they were they sent him with some prasad, like of Jagannath, to give them in Navadvip. So they were engaged. So like that. So the Lord is omniscient, He has the compassion and He has the power to help. Some people have the power to help, but they don't have compassion. They have a lot of money, but they don't have the compassion to give it to the poor. They don't feel like that. So that is like,
Mhm.
so that is also there. They don't want to help, or they don't have the mercy. And then some people don't know that somebody is suffering in some part of the world, right?
Mhm.
That that person needs help. They may have compassion, but they don't know who needs it. Of course, everybody needs it in this world, but yeah, there's some person in Somalia, right? We have never met that person. We don't know, but Krishna knows everything. So that's, yeah. So he's the best person to go to for
Mhm.
help.
Mhm. Yeah, even Krishna was not present there in the Kurusabha when Draupadi called out to him, but just calling out to Krishna, he becomes
That's why
attentive. He becomes attentive.
that's why sometimes Prabhupada writes like that, that devotees don't pray even when they're in danger, because Krishna knows that devotee is in danger. If he wants to, of course, we pray also. Gajendra prayed, Draupadi prayed. That is also okay. That's also for our purification of heart. But in one sense, Krishna knows everything what I'm going through. So I will just do my service. That is Prabhupada writes like that. I will not bother the Lord, even if I'm in distress. If he wants to relieve the distress, he knows. He will take. I will come. I will keep doing my service for his pleasure. I will not ask anything for my pleasure, for my deliverance. That's also another mood. It's not all. I mean, some devotees have that like we have Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. Oh, how can Radharani serve us? No, no, no. We cannot have Radharani serve. We cannot ask anything from Radharani. We should not create a situation in which Radharani has to come and serve us. So that's how also the mood of the Goswamis. Oh, you build a kutia yourself, and of course, the building of kutia is also given by Krishna only, the ability and everything, all the ingredients to build the kutia is also given. So actually, without Krishna, nothing can happen. But still, Sanatan Goswami told Raghunath Das Goswami, no, no, don't have Radha. We are supposed to serve Radharani. We are not. Radharani is not supposed to engage in our service. So that is also the mood. So the devotee says, why should I disturb the Lord for my thing? You know, I will do my service for the Lord's pleasure. So that's also another kind of sentiment. Although Gajendra's prayers are glorified, right? He prayed in distress, and Draupadi also prayed in distress. So that is also very good. They are all pure devotees only.
Um,
So
yeah, I'm trying to find a verse which I just came across. One devotee was speaking, and that's from Canto 10, Chapter 1. It is mentioned there that living entities should try very hard to protect their body. Like how Vasudev was trying really hard to protect Devaki and trying his best in through giving different options to Kansa, trying to protect her. In the same way, the jiva should try to protect the material body in any way possible,
yes,
because his body is a instrument through
to
which the
serve
jiva
Krishna.
can elevate
Yeah.
and get Krishna consciousness. So
Yes.
even if becoming sick and stuff, we should take medicine and not give up on. There's one verse in Bhagavatam which says that all jivas should try to protect their bodies.
Yes, because the body is the this is a mid. It is Krishna's body. Like Sanatan Goswami wanted to destroy his body, and he said because it was full of pus and things. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Arey, how can you destroy somebody else's property? This body does not belong to you. You are using it in my service. It belongs to me. So how can you destroy?" So yeah, we have to preserve the the body. The body is a way. From another point of view, with the body, you don't need a body to serve Krishna. Of course, in the material world, you need a body. But if you go back to the spiritual world after this life, then you serve Krishna. So your service does not get interrupted if you are a pure devotee. Or after this life, Krishna will give another body if we are not completed. And again, in that body, we will serve because the soul is eternal. And you can serve Krishna again. Sometimes they say you trade in an old car and you get a new car. So we don't feel bad about it. Of course, nobody wants to die, I mean, generally. But what is happening is you are trading in an old car and getting a new car. So new car is going to be better than the old car, which is full of all the problems and all these things. So and then you can serve better also. So devotee also knows that kind of that yes, the soul is eternal. I'm going to get another body by Krishna, and Krishna will give me a better body, a younger body, and then I'll serve Krishna.
Mm.
So many ways we can think. Like, yeah.
So I put that verse in the chat. This verse, can you pull it up? It says that as long as he has intelligence and bodily strength, an intelligent person must try to avoid death. This is the duty of every embodied person. But if death cannot be avoided in spite of one's endeavor, person facing death commits no offense. See, we have
And the devotee wants to live because he wants to serve Krishna more. So that not for sense gratification, he wants to prolong his life, right? Otherwise, mostly people want to prolong their life because they want to have more enjoyment, material enjoyment. But devotee wants to prolong for, yeah.
sometimes they say you have a disease, then I will not take any treatment. I will just.
Like Kadamba Kanan Maharaj, right? He went to Vrindavan.
Yeah, I guess that was a point where like there was no way that the doctor said that we can maybe probably extend it by a few months, but they had given up any hope of him getting better, right? So that's when he stops everything and then goes. But initially, maybe I heard that way that he was taking Ayurvedic treatment. Even Prabhupada, when he was sick, right, he was telling Tamal Krishna Maharaj and others to get him this Ved and take this Ayurvedic treatment. So they were trying, and then at one point, it's not working. Okay, then just take me to Vrindavan, and I just want to give up my body, not go to hospitals and have needles poked in. I want to die.
And sometimes your medicines create a more difficult situation for you. That also, like the side effects. Dukha aushadam tadapi. What is that? Dukha aushadam
Tadapi dukham.
tadiyaham. So you take all these things and then it will create you more misery also when diseases are there. So of course, with or without medicine, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, sometimes it can create all this allopathic medicine, especially they can have a lot of side effects. And yeah, so either you suffer without medicine or you suffer with medicine. So that's and yeah, and sometimes there is no cure also. So the doctors also say now nothing can be done. Just so yeah, so that is there. Yeah, so that's a nice verse. That this is in the Vasudev, right? Devaki section. So let's see Prabhupada's what it says. It is natural for a person facing untimely death to try his best to save himself. Of course, whether it's untimely or not, we don't know because according to our karma, we have to die. Then this is one's duty. Although death is sure, everyone should try to avoid it and not meet death without opposition because every living soul is by nature eternal. Yeah, Prabhupada says even a little ant, right? If you poke it, you try to then it will struggle and wiggle like that because it wants to live. Everybody wants to live because that is the nature of the soul. And that's why our novels also say they lived happily ever after. Right? That's a nice because that's we feel so happy when a movie has a happy ending and they're living happily ever after, like something like that, then we feel very happy. But because death is a punishment imposed in the condemned life of material existence, the Vedic culture is based on avoiding death. But the real way to avoid death is tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. That is janma karma chame divyam. Everyone should try to avoid death and rebirth by cultivating spiritual life. This is the real way to avoid death. And should not submit to death without struggling to survive. One who is not trying to stop death is not an intelligent human being. And especially Devaki here in this context is a devotee of because Devaki was face to face with imminent death. It was Vasudev's duty to save her. He was trying his. So we can get more time to chant Hare Krishna. Right? If we are living longer, then we can get more time to perfect our lives. So that's why we should try
Or we should think that if the death comes today, I should be a pure devotee today. Right? Krishna Tvadiyapada Pankaja Panjanant. Dveme Vishito Manasa Rajahansa. Death can come today also. And if it comes today, let me be in good consciousness, always remembering Krishna. So I'll go back to Godhead.
And whether it's all until we can try our medicine and everything, but if Krishna doesn't want, then it will not. Balasya niha sharanam pitaro narsimha. Right? So we can try everything that we want, but if Krishna wants, then that our life may be prolonged or it may not be prolonged. But yeah, so it's ultimately it's Krishna's will. We can try, but yeah. So like a physician and a patient, what is that? Physician and medicine cannot save a dying patient.
Yeah.
You have the best physician.
But they also say that devotee welcomes death. There is another thing where cat carrying the kitten. It seems, okay, I'll see the bomb as Krishna, as Prabhupada says, and he was making kachoris. He was not trying to run away at that time.
Yeah, it depends on whatever the. So Parikshit Maharaj also, right? They say he could have counteracted the curse, but he chose to not.
Mm-hmm.
He just went to the bank of the Ganges and just yeah. So because Devaki was face to face with imminent death, it was Vasudeva's duty to save her, as he was trying his best to do so.
Yeah. So actually Prabhupada has interpreted this, trying to avoid death means let me become a pure devotee so I don't get death again. Right? Taktva deham punarjanma. So after I die once, I go back home, back to Godhead. So that is an intelligent person wants to do sincere devotional service to avoid deaths in the future. Multiple
Yeah,
punarapi janam.
and then for that we may some need more time in this body, right? Because Prabhupada says like that also in one purport that Krishna can prolong your life beyond your karma if he thinks that you may need some more time. Your karma is to die at 70 years, let's say. But if he thinks you're close to your perfection and you need some more time, then Krishna can prolong your life also in this body so that you can get more time to change your consciousness. So that is also there. Ultimately, yes, Krishna decides. So okay, so what is the time? We can stop here for today. I have some chanting left, so we will continue tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.